There is a lot of difference in presentation styles when it comes to different subjects. So we want to make them very familiar with this so that they will have the tools to continue this answer writing practice and get good marks in their mains exam.
So no matter what you are trying to say or intend to speak, it is important that it is also reflected in the same way as you are trying to say.
This is going to be a 1-week program. We'll give 5 classes where step by step the aspirants will be taught how to approach answer writing, and it's going to be an activity based program where they will actually be made to write answers.
The orientation session is going to be free for every aspirant, no matter whether you are a beginner, you are a fresher, or you have written mains multiple times. It is going to be a very good approach to start the basics of answer writing.
One thing which is sure to happen after this program is that the aspirants will find themselves to be very comfortable with the answer writing.
Hello dear aspirants, welcome to a discussion on mastering one of the most crucial aspects of UPSC preparation, answer writing. Just as a strong foundation required for a strong building, answer writing is a cornerstone of success in UPSC preparation. No matter how much knowledge do you have, if you are not able to reproduce it on a sheet of paper in an efficient and structured manner, it is of no use. To address all of this, Vision IAS has come up with its new program, Master Classes for Answer Writing. And to discuss on this program and answer writing in general, we are joined by 2 faculties from Vision IAS, Dr. Jasmine ma'am and Prateek sir. Welcome ma'am, welcome sir.
Thank you.
So ma'am, before we begin, I want you to highlight some of the challenges that the students face when they are about to start answer writing.
Mrigang, you've rightly pointed out how important and how critical the stage of answer writing is, but I feel that aspirants are really scared of this particular stage, and the element of being scared is just because of numerous challenges which are there. One thing is that most of their preparation starts with working on prelims, and they kind of resist, starting that process of answer writing. Especially because this is something new which they are going to be doing. This is something which they have not done earlier in their graduation or school, where they're supposed to write analytical answers in a very short time duration, in a very fixed word limit. So that creates a lot of apprehension. Along with that, because the main syllabus is very extensive, they are usually planning it in a way that first they'll study everything, then they'll start writing answers. So there is a challenge with the strategy part also, that how do they go about that whole thing, which subjects are there, what kind of answers, types of questions, that kind of an element is there. And there is also a problem with answer writing in the sense of understanding of questions. Like aspirants would be going through the previous year questions, they might not get a very clear idea about the questions. They might not be able to understand a lot of questions. They've not studied all the subjects and what is exactly expected from them. So that is a very big confusion when it comes to answer writing.
So ma'am, you have rightly pointed out the challenges. But sir, I would like to know from you, why is it important to address all of these challenges?
Mrigang, communication in general and answer writing in particular is receiver oriented. So no matter what you are trying to say or intend to speak, it is important that it is also reflected in the same way as you are trying to say. Okay. So here it is important that we write answers and get it evaluated so that we get requisite feedback. Secondly, it is important because of the sheer weightage of the mains exam. Out of 2025 marks, mains has a weightage of close to 86%. So it becomes highly important. Thirdly, even though we have content, right, to write in a structured and logical way, it is important that we practice answer writing. Fourthly, because we also want to present, okay, because presentation matters a lot when it comes to answer writing. And you cannot expect to present in a very nice way when you directly in the exam. So here you need to practice answer writing. So all these aspects make answer writing very important.
Oh, thank you, sir. So what I'm understanding is that answer writing is a skill that we need to master for UPSC. So ma'am, I would like to know from you that Vision IAS has come up with this new program. What is this program all about?
So the new program, the master class in answer writing, is coming up for the first time, where this is going to be a 1 week program. We'll give 5 classes where step by step the aspirants will be taught how to approach answer writing, and it's going to be an activity based program where they will actually be made to write answers. So that whole concept of doing the answer writing practice in the class, that's very special. And we want to make sure that this is not just like Pratik pointed out communication. We don't want this to be a one-way thing. It is going to be a very interactive program where aspirants will be opened up to the concept of answer writing. If they're already doing it, they'll be able to brush up and start their formal practice in this short module of 5 classes.
Okay, ma'am. So you have pointed out that there is going to be 5 sessions overall. So, sir, I would like to know from you the breakup of these 5 sessions.
Rigang, the classes are designed in such a way that we'll first have an orientation session followed by 5 classes. So in the first class, we'll talk about the context building exercise and the directive words. So we'll talk about what is the difference between critically analyze and analyze, explain, all these terms. Then we'll also highlight some toppers answer scripts as well, just to give an idea about what exactly can be done in real time, right? In the second class, we'll be talking about different types of introduction, what are the types of introduction, why they are important, and how can we effectively write introduction, right? And we'll also talk about the body part. So in body, it is important to prioritize your points. For example, when you write about causes and consequences of 1857 revolt, like you have a lot of content to write, you can just write about the political cause all day long. But here we need to make sure that you are writing a multidimensional approach or multidimensional answer. So it will be taught how do you fragment your answer in such a way that you give a multidimensional approach, right? Then in the third class, we'll talk about the structuring part and also about how to make it more conclusion friendly, like how do you conclude your answer in a better way. So you'll talk about the difference between conclusion and way forward and different ways in which you can conclude an answer. In the fourth class, we'll highlight about the presentation aspects. Now presentation is very important because just by text, right, writing text, it becomes very monotonous for the examiner to evaluate. Now by giving presentation, we not only reduces our time, it also makes the answer more appealing to the examiner. So the fourth part will be about presentation aspect, various aspects of presentation, right? In the fifth class, we'll be providing a detailed set of questions that students have to answer, and also will be providing a feedback and discussion.
Okay, sir, thank you for answering that. Ma'am, I would like to know from you that, okay, understanding what we need to do is one part, but assessing or measuring what we have understood is the other part. So are there any important areas here included in this program through which a candidate can actually assess how much he or she has learned?
Yes, definitely. Like I mentioned earlier also that we are going to make this interactive. There's going to be a faculty present. Aspirants will be writing answers. They'll be getting feedback on their answers. So we are taking this program in a way that we want to see some real outcomes after the whole masterclass session is over. And in this, we are going to be not only making sure that they understand the questions, but they are also writing it, and they are also improving as we take them through each and every step. They are able to handle all the different subjects. They are able to, use whatever knowledge and ideas they have. So this is about the application part of it. The preparation part of reading, a lot of aspirants will be doing, but this is writing. So they will be writing, they will be evaluated, they will be getting feedback on each and every step which they learn in those classes.
Adding to what ma'am has said, for every session we are planning to give a worksheet. So what the worksheet will contain is first the synopsis of the lectures. The second, it will also cover space for class assignment, and thirdly, it will also cover space for home assignments. And also there is an element of not just interaction with the faculty, but it will also include peer interaction. For example, we'll give one topic and there can be a discussion among the students, and it is also to instill some sort of competitive learning.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for answering that. To build more on the performance part or the practice part that you have just mentioned, when we talk about answer writing, for different subjects, there is a different way to write answers. So I would like to know from you whether in this program we are focusing on subject specific or paper specific answer writing.
So Mrigank, you have raised a very good point. So see, in general, there are certain fundamentals that is applicable for all the papers, be it any paper. But there are certain nuances, certain value addition which are required for different papers. For example, when it comes to polity, it is important to mention articles, it is important to mention judgments. When it comes to geography, it is important to make diagrams, right? Use specific key terms, right? But again, students have a lot of confusion here, how to use them organically, and especially when it comes to current affairs. How do you organically link current affairs with all these specific subjects? So through all these sessions, we're trying to make sure that students have a good idea about how to incorporate these subject-specific value additions.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for elaborating on that point. Ma'am, I would like to know from you now, if a student takes this program, he or she comes up for this program, what can be the possible outcomes that he or she can expect?
Like Mrigank, we started talking about the inertia or the resistance which aspirants have towards answer writing. So one thing which is sure to happen after this program is that the aspirants will find themselves to be very comfortable with the answer writing, because in every class they will be doing a lot of activities, like they'll be writing answers, or they'll be writing parts of answers like introduction. They'll write and then there'll be a discussion on that, or there'll be other smaller kind of interactive formats where we will make the aspirants do that in the class so that they gain that confidence. I think the biggest thing which we are trying to get out of this is, one, to make sure that they understand what is answer writing and how they have to approach it. Along with that, they get the confidence that, okay, this can be done. Once they have done that in the class, they will be able to continue that practice, because ultimately they need to go back and keep doing that again and again. That's the point. Once they understand every aspect, they understand how they need to use content, they understand what is the context of different questions, or like we talked about different subjects, what is their approach. There is a lot of difference in presentation styles when it comes to different subjects. So we want to make them very familiar with this so that they will have the tools to continue this answer writing practice and get good marks in their mains exam.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for answering the question. Sir, I would like to know from you that there is going to be one free workshop about answer writing. What is it all about?
So Mrigank, the orientation session is going to be free for every aspirants, no matter whether you are a beginner, you are a fresher, or you have written mains multiple times. It is going to be a very good approach to start the basics of answer writing. Okay. So here in that session, we'll be covering the syllabus mapping part. So you need to understand if a question is coming, from where it is coming, and then we'll talk about the contextual understanding of questions. So we'll understand how a question is framed and what are the basic demands of the question. We'll talk about what are the various parts of the questions and how you should brainstorm a question. So that will be the major focus behind the orientation session. And also it will lay the foundation for the upcoming 5 classes. So we'll also give a glimpse of the upcoming 5 classes which are about to happen after the orientation session.
So thank you, ma'am, and thank you, sir, for joining us today and giving us time from your busy schedules. Most of the questions have been answered, and I'm sure that the video is going to benefit the students. Thank you for joining us again.
Thank you.
Thank you. So dear aspirants, Vision IAS has come up with this innovative program, Master Classes for Answer Writing. Answer writing is a skill that every aspirant needs to master. It will convert our hard work into results. The program is going to be there for 7 days, in which there will be 5 classes. For more details, you can visit our website or visit any center across India. Thank you.